Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth, and if you're looking to connect with your tarot deck, then you have come to the right place, because this is where I teach you how to build your spiritual confidence so you can listen to your intuition and read your tarot cards with ease. And today we are going to be talking about myths and facts of the tarot. So if you've got a myth or fact that keeps coming up in your life, things that people keep saying to you about the tarot that you just don't know what to say back to, or you're just sick of hearing, put it in the comments so we can talk about it. And of course, if you've joined the challenge, it's free to join. connectwithyourdeck.com/beginners. If you've joined the course, not the challenge. You can, of course, share these myths and facts in our Facebook group. Now, I'm going to have a look in my book here. I've got loads of myths and facts, and I'm just going to go through a few. They're all in here in the workbook, and I just really want to get a discussion going about it. They're all over the web. I've written my own thoughts about them in here for those of you that want my thoughts about it in the workbook. But I just think there's so many misconceptions about the tarot. And the one that I keep coming across every single time I'm in a social situation is people think I'm doing prediction. They think that I'm telling the future. And the tarot really started off as that, but it certainly doesn't have to be used as a predictive tool now. So that's a bit of a myth and a fact. In fact, I think that tarot is much more a personal development tool. Whether you are guiding someone else in their own life journey, or you're using the tarot to help you guide yourself in your life journey, it doesn't just have to be used as prediction, and explaining that to people. And of course, I've got a video actually that I will link in the description box. So make sure you go down to the description box, because all the links will be there, about what prediction does when you are predicting things for people. You've got to be really careful how you do it on so many levels. So I'll put that down there because I go into more detail about that in that video if that's something that you're interested in. Of course, don't forget, if you want to make sure you keep being reminded to come back and watch these videos, to subscribe to the channel, because it doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Hit the like button, hit that thumbs up button, because it really, really helps me to be able to continue to do what I'm doing, because it helps YouTube to realize that you might like what you're looking at. Or at least I hope you do. It's really hard when you write a course. You sort of hope that you've hit the nail on the head with what people want to learn. But you know, I really enjoy it, so there's that too. So, is the tarot evil or dangerous? The only evil or danger, as I was explaining to a friend of mine who wants to go on a tour of a very old prison here in Melbourne. And she said, I don't think I can go. There's evil spirits and there's this. I said, no. The only evil you need to be scared of is your inability to protect yourself. Your own vulnerability. That's what you need to be working on, so that no matter where you go, you know that you're going to be fine, because it's just energy. That's all it is, and it's not going to harm you, unlike horror movies would have us believe. Do I need any special equipment to read the tarot? No, you don't. Just a deck of cards. And look, you really can use any deck. I promote the Waite Smith, and as soon as you see this deck, you'll know what it is. Comes in a lovely, where's my box gone? Gone walkies. Whoops, everything's falling off. Comes in a little box like this, a little yellow box, and it's a great deck to start with, because it gives you an overview of all the tarot decks that went before. And it really does help you to have a very basic understanding of the cards so that you can build on that when you start to branch out and either read somebody else's deck or even design your own. Oh, is it true that your tarot deck should be gifted to you? No, you don't have to have your tarot deck gifted to you. In fact, the universe has shown me so many signs that I should be teaching the tarot. And I'll talk about a few of those as we move further through the course. But, you know, if I'd waited for someone to give me my tarot deck, that would have been a problem, because I would never have done it, because nobody's ever given me one. I've gone and bought every single tarot deck I wanted myself. Let's have a look at some more. I'm just cherry picking these out. I've written about in the book, and as you can see here what I'm looking at, I've written about my own thoughts about myths and facts I've come across. But if there's any that you're sitting here and thinking, that got said to me, put it in the comments, because we can talk about it and all learn together. I don't know about you, but sometimes I stop videos and I get more entertainment from the comments than I do from the person talking. What else have I got here? What deck practices do I recommend? Well, I recommend that you take time to connect with your deck. That means shuffling it, looking at it, handling it. The more you can lay the cards out in varying spreads is going to help you to look at the cards and see the messages that they contain. And probably the strongest deck practice I would recommend is connecting with someone, whether it's me or another teacher. There's heaps of teachers on the web. Be careful who you choose, because some, and when I do my video about being copied, I'll tell you about what someone did. Some people are not necessarily teaching well. So make sure that you take your time choosing who you'd like to learn from, but learn the traditional meanings of the cards and then connect with them through your own personal experience. That's the most powerful deck practice that I can recommend for you. You cannot read the cards for yourself. Yes, you can. It's not easy. It's not easy. But as a journaling tool, particularly if you follow the artist's way process of keeping a journal and writing every day and pulling a card every day and writing to that card, you can go back and look for patterns, and that's how you can learn so much about yourself. Try and be as objective as you can. Try and write about not just your side of the situation, but the other person's side as well. That's how you read for yourself. It's extremely difficult, but is a really worthwhile practice for so many reasons, whether you're doing self-reflection or you want to do creative work or you just want to get to know yourself better. So yes, you can read the cards for yourself with great difficulty, but you can do it. You cannot read the tarot using social media. Now, this is one that I experienced, and I actually was experiencing in myself for a while. And that was that if I was going to do a Facebook Live or YouTube, and somebody asked me a question, and I had my cards in front of me, that there was just no way that I could give that person guidance unless they were there. Or if I was reading through Zoom, I wouldn't be able to read their body language, so I wouldn't be able to give them any guidance. And that's just not true. And I've proven it to myself. Energy is energy. I'm a great believer in the universal energy. I believe in the ascended masters. I believe in all of the gurus that have come to earth. All of them. I think every single one of them has got worthwhile things to tell us that we need to learn. I'm not a believer in honing in on one belief system. Because I think it just breeds hatred. I feel quite strongly about that, but I digress. I believe in the universal energy very, very strongly. And my belief is that if you're reading through social media and there is a message that person needs to hear, it will come through to you. And I've done it. And there are videos of me on Facebook, if you want to go searching for them, from years ago, where I was doing free readings online, and I had some amazing, amazing, amazing things happen where I saw things I couldn't possibly have seen, and the cards guided me. I remember one particular situation. I had a girl reaching out to me, and it was about the women in her partner's life who were interfering in their relationship. And I had Empress, High Priestess, Queen of Swords, and I think Queen of Wands come up. Like, there was all these females came up, and I just said, who are all these females? And started reading, and it was quite profound for her. How can that happen through social media? So no, I completely disagree. And you can even do an email reading, and I will put the link to my email tarot reading template in the description box, so you can go and have a look at that if you'd like to. It's another one of my workbooks, and there is a YouTube video on how to use it as well that's a free training that comes with that workbook. And it shows you how to do an email reading that you can sell online or just do as a gift for friends. Is nice too. And it you know, you can tune into somebody writing and pulling cards, and they're not even there. So no, you can read through social media. Let's do one more. If something's coming to you as I'm speaking, please put a comment in the description box so we can discuss it. What else is here? The tarot should only be used for telling fortunes. I talked about that. All tarot predictions are set in stone. And again, I'll link up my video on predictive tarot for you to have a look at. Oh, this last one. The death means death, and the hangman means you will be executed. No. Back in the day, and when we start talking about the history of the tarot, I'll talk about that. The cards did have those literal meanings. But as we've evolved in our thinking, and as the tarot has evolved, because it's a living deck, it's not one deck, it's a living deck. As it's evolved, so the meanings have changed. And so death has become about transformation, and the hangman has been about looking at life from a different perspective. So no, they don't mean those traditional meanings anymore. And it's really important, if you're reading, that you look past those very basic meanings to really get to the essence of a really useful message for whoever you're reading for. So that's Myths and Facts, the Tarot, our second training. And we are going to be moving on into our next training, which is, goodness, I have to go and have a look. Which is, just a sec. Oh, I've got it here. Got the book right in front of me. What am I saying? I thought I'd have to go and get my list. Our next training is tarot history. Oh, goodness. So what I'm going to be doing with tarot history is I'm going to be showing you, I've got images, I've got reproduced decks, so you'll be able to see some of the reproduction decks of some of the very old tarot decks. And I'm going to be taking you for a walk with as many examples as I can. Some of the images will be images from in here, in my book. So we're here, History of the Tarot, in here and in here. And we're going to be looking at decks and where the tarot came from and the people of the tarot. That will be our next video. So there'll be things that come from the workbook and other things that I've got that I'll be showing you in our next video to start to dip into the history of the tarot and understand where the tarot came from. So that's it from me. I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.